Hello everyone, this is Yami, your Latina next door. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am glad you are here. Today's a special day because I am bringing you another Look for Less challenge. If you are not familiar with the Look for Less, it's a challenge that I host every single month with a different co-host. And the premise of this challenge is for you to recreate a high-end piece of home decor and recreate it for much less. For the month of September, my co-host is Sherri over at the Junkin chick. This girl is one of my favorite YouTubers. I love her video editing. She always has a fun intro and I love her style. If you have not gone over to see her channel yet, please do. She's got a lot of great content and you don't want to miss her future stuff. Now I promise you guys, this video was not gonna be another Pottery Barn dupe. As a matter of fact, I decided to take on Serena and Lily. And when I mean expensive, I mean one of their chairs, a bar stool, will cost you over $200. And I'm sorry, I don't care how cute the bar stool is, I'm not gonna pay that amount of money for it. So as you can see here, their chairs are ridiculously expensive. A bar stool for like $228. Like, who would, well, there are people who would pay that, but it's not me. So I decided, you know, I like the look of these chairs. What can I do in order to achieve something similar to that? And I was lucky enough that my parents had these two bar stools forgotten, just put away in the house. One of them was like in the garage, I don't know. But they didn't care for them anymore, and you know what? I figured this was a perfect opportunity to try this Look for Less out. Now usually I show you guys a sneak peek of this project, but I am gonna wait till the end to show you how it turned out. All right, let's get started. Alright, so first things first, I gave these two bar stools 2 coats of my favorite chalk paint in linen white. I've used this chalk paint over and over again. You guys have seen this on my channel, but I'll make sure to link it in the description box below. Now you're probably wondering why I'm painting it white when I should be probably stripping it or something, since the original had bamboo for the legs. Well, that's where this amazing product comes in. Rust-Oleum Chalked Age Glaze. And it is some magical stuff, let me tell you. Now this is the first time I was actually using this. And this says to apply either with a brush or a rag. And I decided to go ahead and do it with a brush. Now you're going to see me wipe it away here because that's what the instructions said to do. But I ended up not doing that after the fact because I actually liked the streaks. Now this paint is in the same line as the Rust-Oleum chalk paint, but you don't really find it in your hardware store. You can order it online from like Home Depot, however it takes a while to either get to you or the store. So I found it on Amazon and I got it in 2 days with Amazon Prime. This product comes in 2 shades and I'll make sure to link to both of them below. Now I was being very generous here, I was making sure to get every nook and cranny of these chairs. And oh my goodness, this is after 1 coat of that glaze, not wiping it off. That chair on the right that you see on the screen looks just like wood. After they were dry, I sealed it with my favorite water-based sealant, polyacrylic, and I gave it 2 coats in the clear matte. So then for the top part, I knew I wanted to cover it up and kind of give it the same look as the website. So I took a pattern of the top seat of the actual stool and I found the center by folding it. I decided that a mini buffalo check gingham fabric would kind of give me the closest look to what their chair covers were like. I added 4 inches all the way around to account for seam allowance and also to account for going over the sides of the stool and also for a place to put my elastic. Now my 6-year-old daughter came up to me and said, "Mom, can you please add some cushion to these chairs?" So I decided to include some batting to make the tops a little softer. I already had this left over from a previous project and I went ahead and cut 2 circles for each chair. I I went ahead and used some adhesive spray so that they could stick together and not come apart. Now I didn't want the batting to show, so I went ahead and cut out 2 denim white circles the same size as the gingham. Now I already had that fabric, I didn't have to purchase it for this. Then I placed the batting in the center of the white denim and making sure it was completely in the center so that I can go ahead and adhere it on with some of that adhesive spray right before I sewed it on, so that if I ever needed to wash this, it wouldn't move around inside of the cover. Then I sewed the padding onto that white denim. Then I pinned the gingham fabric onto the denim, making sure that the padding was on the outside. And then I sewed those 2 fabrics together. Just make sure to leave an opening so that you can put the elastic in later on. Then as usual, I use my serger to help prevent the fabrics from fraying. If you don't have one, you can always use the zigzag stitch on your sewing machine. And then it was time to put this baby right side out. Oh, and then my hubby thought I needed a treat for all the hard work I was doing. Now I didn't show this step, but as you can see here, I ironed out all of the edges. What I'm going to do now is actually sew right close to that edge to keep it nice and sharp. Then after doing that border, I'm going to do a second border about 1 inch in. This is going to be the canal where I'm going to feed the elastic through. Oh, and you can totally use one of these little fancy thingamajiggers to feed your elastic through, or you can use a paper clip. They both work just as well. Then once you feed it through, you want to put it on top of the stool. That way you can see how taut you want it. And it's like you're basically making a little shower cap for your chair. And then you'll just either tie off or sew your end pieces together of that elastic, and then you're going to close in the remaining gap on the fabric with your sewing machine. And finally, it was time to add those cute little details on the legs. Now I decided to choose blue and white ribbon to kind of copy the look of what they had on their chairs. This step was really easy to do. All I had to do was cut the ribbon to size and hot glue it around the chair legs. And here are the finished bar stools. I absolutely love the finish that Glaze gave those chairs. It really does look like wood when you look at the chairs. The little chair covers for the seats are a little bit bulkier than the original, but that's okay because it's pretty much because I added padding to it, and I'm okay with that because it does make the stools a little softer. Now if I do want to change the look, all I have to do is take off the covers and use them that way, or if I want to go with a different color scheme, I can remove the ribbons completely. So let's see how I did. For one bar stool over at Serena and Lily, I have to pay $228. That's if I wanted 2, I would have paid $456. So for 2 of my bar stools, I paid $35, which is a savings of $421. For this project, I bought the fabric, which cost me $5, the ribbon, which was $2, and then I also had to purchase that glaze and the polyacrylic in matte finish. So that was a total of $35. And even though the bar stools that I created aren't exactly as the one from Serena and Lily, they still have that coastal and farmhouse feel. I actually like the wood finish and color that mine have better because I kind of like that gray wood. But then again, if I ever want to change it, nothing is really permanent on this. I can remove the covers or the ribbon to suit my new style if it does change. But right now, I'm really happy with how these came out. You guys, I hope you liked this video. I had a blast making that wood look. Oh my gosh, I want to do that on like so many other things now. But I hope you enjoyed my tips. I hope you liked how it came out. Now it has a little bit more of the farmhouse feel with the gingham, but I'm okay with that because I like that gingham farmhouse style. And remember, by taking off that little cap and taking off the ribbon, you can change up the style as often as you want. As always, if you enjoyed this video and liked anything that you saw in it, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel and I really appreciate it. Also consider subscribing so that you can stick around and watch more of these transformations. If you have not joined for one of these Look for Less challenges, please consider to do so. I will be having another co-host next month and we will be coming to you shortly with that invitation. A special thank you to Sherri at the Junkin Chick. Thank you so much for joining me this month. I had a blast. Make sure if you have not seen her video yet to go over to her channel. I will link to it in the description box below. That way you guys can see what she did this month. I am so excited to see what she created, as well as everybody else who joined in this challenge. I will include that playlist below. So if you actually joined in, you can add your video, and if not, if you just want to get some inspiration, I will make sure you have access to it so you can see everybody else's projects. As always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you and all of the new faces that I have seen around here. Thank you guys so much for your support. I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, adios.